Uh, yeah, yeah, yay, Avatar,
Yay.
yay. All right, next story. Um,
Okay.
so a few weeks ago, trailer was released for a film called The Shape of Water. This is directed by Guillermo del Toro, and it stars Sally Hawkins as a woman named Elisa. She's mute, and she works at a government facility where she discovers a secret experiment, which is basically like this fish man thing played by Doug Jones.
A fishman thing.
Yeah, so basically he looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon. Um, or was it like Abe from Hellboy? So,
Right.
but Doug Jones, he's worked with Guillermo del Toro as a number of creatures. I think Abe was one of his characters that he portrayed, as well as the Pale Man and maybe even the fawn in Pan's Labyrinth. But either way, I think I'm really excited for this movie. I saw the trailer. I don't know how it's going to be because at the end of the day, Del Toro's last two movies were Pacific Rim, which was fun. Like I enjoyed that one. It was just a good popcorn flick, and then Crimson Peak. Crimson Peak I thought was visually beautiful, but story-wise it did nothing for me. I didn't really care about the characters or anything for that matter that was happening on screen. And then of course the big disappointment though for Crimson Peak was the trailers came out. There was a lot of hype for it. It looked really creepy. That's sort of Del Toro's thing. You know, he's good at the creep factor.
Is it
And
kind of
then,
like no, why can I not remember names today? Um Tim Burton. He's kind of got a creep factor going on.
Tim Burton's got like a goth factor going on. Del Toro has a creep factor going. Like it's an uncanny valley sort of thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, he ended up saying like, "Oh, Crimson Peak is not a horror movie; it's a gothic romance." So, and that disappointed a lot of people. So, but they were going in, with different expectations. So, but I think I really do. After seeing this trailer, I think it just reminds me a lot of Pan's Labyrinth, which if you haven't seen, I highly recommend. Um, it has strong but kind of like unassuming female protagonist. In Pan's Labyrinth, it was a young girl, so she turned out to be a very strong character, but again, it's just a child. Like, you wouldn't assume that much strength in one. And in this case, you have the twist where it's a mute woman. So it's someone who, you know, seems, or at least appears very shy,
Right.
who doesn't seem like she's very aggressive at all. But you see later on in the trailer, like, this woman's going to stand up for what she thinks is right and what she wants. So,
Right, right.
and yeah, so it's got those, and then the fantasy elements, and it's all set against like the backdrop of the Cold War in America. So I don't know, I'm really excited. I hope he doesn't disappoint me, but I think it looks beautiful. So, The Shape of Water, check it out.
Is it just me or is there really nothing good coming up? I mean, no offense, but some of these really don't sound that appealing. I mean, there's one that I'm excited about that's about the circus, but other than that,
Which one's that about the circus?
that was the I'm trying to remember. It's got Hugh Jackman in it. Um, it's like the world's best showman or something like that.
Oh, I think I heard about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't see
I
any trailer.
I saw a
I
trailer
didn't
for it.
see
It's
it,
really good. I'll
but
show you after the show.
no, I
Um,
think honestly, I think 2017 has a lot of like really good movies. So, and I think a lot, and there's still a lot to come out. Like I'm excited for Thor. I'm excited for the It remake, Stephen King's It. Oh my god, the trailers like freak me out. Um, what
The
else is
Greatest
coming out?
Showman is what it's called.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
That's set to come out this year. Um, Let me see if I can figure out when. October 12th. Um, I know we talked about this a little bit before. Um, yeah, it's set to come out October 12th. Nope, sorry, December 25th. So it's coming out in December. It's inspired by the imagination of P.T. Burnham. The Greatest Showman is the original musical that celebrates the birth of show business and tells of a visionary who rose from nothing to create a spectacle that became a worldwide sensation. And it's got my other wife in it, who is Michelle Williams, Zendaya, Zac Efron, Hugh Jackman, Paul Sparks. Um, so it's got quite a few people in it that um, I'm excited for. It may not sound like it, but I am actually excited for this movie. But
I think I've heard of it. I just didn't see the trailer.
there's
So.
a trailer for it. It like I said, it looks really good. I got super excited about it. If you go back a few episodes, I did talk about it, and I was super excited then. I don't know. I'm kind of bummed because there's nothing really other than that. There's really nothing good that at least that I can see.
Star Wars Episode 8.
Besides that,
Grant, that's a long ways from now. That comes out, I think, December. So. Um. I know there are way more, and I'm just blanking. Some of them have already come out. So, like, I was excited for Planet of the Apes, or War of the Planet of the Apes.
the
Dunkirk,
Kingsman, the Gold Circle's coming out soon too.
Kingsman, I'm excited for. I think that'll be fun.
The
Um,
Ninjago Lego movie just needs to stop.
I don't know how I feel about that one. I
I
do
saw
still want to see
I saw the trailer.
Batman,
The
but
Batman one's good.
yeah,
But I saw the trailer for this one when I went to see the Batman one,
yeah,
and it looks like the Lego movie just with ninjas.
yeah.
So that's my problem with it. I mean, if it's not gonna, I don't know, if it's not gonna be a completely different movie, I'd say just why make it?
There's another one that looks really good. It's a crime drama called The Snowman.
There's gonna be Pitch Perfect 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed the first Pitch Perfect.
I
didn't see
enjoyed the first
second.
one. I haven't seen the second one, but I feel like 3 is overkill.
It might be, but gotta round out that trilogy.
Right.
Make that last dollar.
Yeah, right. That's really what it is. But other than that, there's really like there's been times when I'm like super excited for a whole bunch of movies that are coming out, and there's really nothing at least that I know of right now that's coming out that I'm super excited for. Besides, one movie here, one movie there.
Yep. Like I said, for me, I think a lot of it was this spring summer season. Like I said, you had Dunkirk, Planet of the Apes, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman. Oh my God, I loved.
Of course,
Wonder
I haven't
Woman.
been able to see any of
So,
them, so
yep.
that's probably the other part that's bumming me out is I haven't been able to see any of them because
Yeah.
I'm too broke. But hopefully, all that will change. Anyway, continue. Not to interrupt.
Alrighty then. That's about it.
Okay, Jim Carrey.
That's about it as far as Shape of Water. Like I said, I'm just excited because I love Guillermo del Toro. I love just his style to his movies. I also want to bring attention to a few things that may be worth your time, maybe not. I don't know. But coming out I think it came out this past weekend was Atomic Blonde with Charlize Theron. It got positive reviews, but most people were just saying like the story's kind of confusing. It's a bit of a mess, but it's Charlize Theron being a James Bond, Jason Bourne type character, like that should be enough to get you in the theater, I think so.
A little bit.
And I hear the ending. Like
I saw the trailer and it looks kind of interesting.
Yep, they said like there's a 20-minute action scene near the end or so, like near the climax, and they said it's just incredibly violent, but very, very well done. So I've been pumped for this movie for a while. It's been Theron's sort of like um, her own project. Like she's been wanting to do an adaptation of this. It's actually an adaptation of a comic book. I don't think it's of the same name though. I'm blanking on what was originally called. So, but yeah, and I think the director was actually one of the, I think like a co-director for John Wick. So, and if you've seen John Wick, that was also pretty good.
I haven't
So,
seen that one.
it's very, very simple as far as plot goes.
Right.
I won't give it away, like the reason why he goes on his killing spree, like like what sets off this chain of events is
Right.
amazing. But yeah, it's just really well choreographed action scene after action scene. That's it. So, but not a whole lot to it. Um. Also, last night we had the premiere of Rick and Morty season 3. Technically, it wasn't the premiere. The showrunners actually did an April Fool's gag for everyone and released episode 1 of season 3 on April 1st. So, because everyone was, joking with them, it's like, they like to tease their fans, like, oh, we're going to get something new, we're going to drop something new. And then they actually dropped the whole episode, and fans just went ballistic. It was hilarious. But for those of you who don't know, Rick and Morty is a show that airs on Adult Swim. And
Adult Swim.
Good old Adult Swim. Basically what it is Rick is the grandpa to
It's
Morty.
pretty much like a very dirty, funny parody of
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
That is what was based off of, yes. So it parodies a lot of sci-fi genres. But the thing is, Rick is just a very cynical guy. Like, his attitude is, nothing we do matters because there are infinite universes and anything we do will have, like, zero consequence on the world. But at the same time, like, he contradicts himself because of how much he cares for his grandkids. But yeah, it's just a very dark, cynical, black humor throughout the show. It's hilarious though. Like,
is it?
Yeah, I think it's not for everyone, but I say give it a try and then go from there. But it's very smart writing. It's only gotten better, I think, as the show has gone on. Season 3, episode 2 premiered last night, which I saw. Again, it's looking to shape up to be a really good season. So, but I think there are only 10 episodes per season, so it'll be over before you know it. Also, I checked out the first 20 minutes of this movie. So,
what movie?
The Incredible Jessica James, which is a Netflix original.
How'd it look?
Garbage? To be honest, it wasn't the most exciting thing I'd ever seen, but it stars Jessica Williams. She was one of the correspondents on The Daily Show back when Jon Stewart was running it, and a lot of people argued that she should have taken over after Jon Stewart instead of Trevor Noah. But that aside, I think Jessica Williams is such a charismatic individual. She's incredibly funny, and that's what makes this movie worth watching. So it's only like an hour and a half or so. It's not very long, but I think for myself, that's really the big draw to this movie. From what I saw the first 20 minutes, I didn't think it was the cleverest movie I'd ever seen, but Jessica Williams, like, I'll follow her to the end of the earth.
It's kind of like me and Michelle Williams or Hilary Duff.
There you go.
There you go.
The last story I have for today is about a new TV show that was announced about a week ago. The showrunners from Game of Thrones, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, have announced a new show that they're interested in producing called Confederate. And this is a show, it's still very, very early in the pre-production stages. And right now they're not focused on it a whole lot because they are wrapping up their last season of Game of Thrones. But post Game of Thrones, this will be the project that they are diving into next.